I'm Dr. Clifford Librach, and I'm the director of the Create Fertility Center. I was born in Canada, in Brantford, Ontario. My father is actually an obstetrician gynecologist, just like me, and he started a lot earlier than I did, but he moved back to Canada there for about a year. I never really spent much time in Brantford, but then he moved to Toronto, and that's where I grew up. I grew up in the city of Toronto, and I've had such a wonderful life in the city of Toronto, and I love living here. I've always had great experiences, and all of my family is here, so it's really my home. Once I was in the field of medicine, I felt that I had to decide what kind of area to specialize in, and I felt that the area of reproductive medicine was very appealing because firstly you're dealing with people who are mostly in a sort of younger people that are in a happy time of their life in many cases. And I liked the idea of, the ideas of people having children. And when I got into the field of obstetrics and gynecology, I tried to think of what area of that specialty would I then like to work in for my life. And I think the area of fertility is so exciting because there are just so many new things that are happening every year and every month in this field. I mean, I started off, in the field in the early 90s, and what I do now is completely different than what I did back then. And I think that the people that I can help now, it's pretty amazing because back then we didn't have all this technology. So there's many people back then I couldn't help because I didn't have the technology we have now, and things have just moved so quickly in this field, and that's why I just love it. And I love the idea. I'm a kind of person who loves puzzles. I like to solve things, and so fertility is a puzzle. You have two people that each have different issues that we have to work out, and we have to solve what the problem is. What's the underlying problem? And it could be a number of different factors. And once we can get all those pieces of puzzles together, we can then often be successful in producing a baby.